The Ski Scene with Johnny Morris. Brought to you by the Hart Ski Company and your local Hart Ski dealer. Hart Skis, the ski that's guaranteed for life because they last forever. This week, the Ski Scene takes us on a visit to the Jackson Hole ski area, Teton Village, Wyoming. We'll make a special stop to watch some expert skiing and jumping performed by a Jackson Hole instructor. Johnny's special guest from Jackson Hole, Mr. Alexander Bainbridge, President of the Rocky Mountain Ski Area Operators, President of the Southwest Ski Council, and Regional Director of the National Ski Patrol. Now, here's Johnny.
Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Ski Scene. This week, we're going to devote our time to the great Jackson Hole area, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This is one of the newer and really big areas of the United States, and we have a gentleman here with us to tell us more about it. He's not only connected with the Jackson Hole area at the present time, but his history is something you'll have to hear before you believe it in the skiing business. We're talking about Buzz Bainbridge. Alexander Bainbridge, welcome to the show. Buzz, you are now Vice President as far as marketing goes at Jackson Hole Ski Corporation, but this is just one of many jobs that you've held in the ski business in the last 20 years or so. We were talking earlier about the old days of skiing, and on your resume here it tells that in 1946 to 1950 you were ski area manager at Santa Fe and Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, what was it like back in those days, in the, well, early days, I guess, as far as skiing is concerned?
Well, we never got the Mexicans to ski. We had a lot of trouble with them. We did manage to get an awful lot of Texans to come over. They were very enterprising. In fact, we used to have more Texans over skiing than we had New Mexican.
Now, what about Texans? Are they still ski fans?
They're a strong, strong force in the ski business. They're in all the major ski areas in the Rocky Mountains and in European trips. These Texans out of Houston and out of Dallas and out of Fort Worth and out of the panhandle cities of Amarillo and Lubbock and Dumas and Dalhart and Olton and Idalou. Great skiers. If you've ever been in West Texas, you'll know why they like to come over to New Mexico to ski or anywhere to ski.
Get away from that flat country.
Oh, boy.
In 1946, I imagine things were quite different. What about lifts and grooming and so on?
Well, grooming, there wasn't any grooming. We did a little seat packing, I guess you'd call it. But lots of rope tows and lots of splicing of ropes because we didn't have very good ropes in those days. I used to be a real fiend of long splice in 20 minutes and lots of siphoning of gas to get your motor started. I feel like an old man, I'm really not.
That's right, you're not. Buzz, you have been around as far as the ski business is concerned for a long time, but you've seen the growth of skiing. Now, what about the growth? Do we have a long way to go? Are we in the infancy of skiing, or is it pretty well topped out?
Well, ever since the Squaw Valley Olympics, skiing has taken on strong in America.
Now, this was 1960 you're talking
That's right. And at that point, things really started to accelerate. The ski look became popular in the fashion world, and Schlitz and all the other beer companies and clothing manufacturers. Everybody tried to get in the ski scene, and you'll pick up a magazine, of course, today, and they're all taking a ride on the popularity of skiing. Skiing is the in sport this year. Skiing's been an in sport now for quite a while. Everybody's skiing, and everybody talks skiing whether they can ski or not.
That's right.
They go to ski areas, and they even have a artificial cast you can put on your legs so you don't have to go skiing, so you can sit at the bar and strike up conversation with people.
That's a good excuse for being there.
That's right.
Well, I think we have a long way to go as far as reaching the peak of skiing. Now, what about your current position as Vice President in charge of marketing at Jackson Hole? What does this involve?
Well, it's just actually being the sales manager of the ski area. I try to fill the seats, and we promote the area and plan the advertising program, and it's something, of course, I've been doing all my life, so it's kind of second nature, but it's a lot of fun, and it's becoming more professional, and we're getting a lot more technical about it, and we're surveying and researching and profiling the skier so we know where he comes from and what it takes to induce him to start skiing and what he wants to hear about skiing to get him to ski more often, and how much he spends and where he comes from and how far he'll go and how much of his family will ski. There are a million questions that we're answering these days.
Buzz, 1947, you were what, coach of, let's see, I have it here now, you were coach of the New Mexico ski team.
I took the first team out of New Mexico up to Sun Valley for the old American Legion races. They used to have the first of every April. And They didn't even know we had snow in New Mexico in those days, and this is infuriating because in New Mexico you've got 13,000-foot peaks.
Sure.
and great ski areas today. Ernie Blake's Taos, one of
Right.
the fine ski areas in the country. And but when we arrived in Sun Valley, they wouldn't believe that we'd come. We came a long ways for one thing, and they wouldn't believe it. And we didn't do very well, but we had a good time, and we made our mark. They knew there was skiing in New Mexico.
Buzz, we'll reminisce a little more and talk about the up-to-date things happening at Jackson Hole as well as other areas of the Rockies. And we'll also see some fine film fare on the Jackson Hole ski area. That will come after this word from the Hart Ski Company.